#1, and then another event in banquet hall #2, so it wouldn't seem like we're trying to do everything at once. But everything you said about Andrea, same goes with Minnie. Especially the part about the turkey. On another note, we are all here teachers. Some of us do it professionally. Some of us do it full-time. Some commit their lives to teaching. But we each bring something different. And I'd like for you to imagine for a moment that, I'm a professor, I'm a teacher here, and you're the class. It's a scenario we're familiar with. So it seems to me there are 3 kinds of teachers. And each of them comes with, let's just call it a frame. So here's a frame, and the first teacher has a valuable message that's in the frame. Maybe picture it as a photograph that I took, or maybe it's a painting that I did. And you'll look at it, and I'll say, this is my take on the world. This is my view of the world. And you'll find that interesting or not. It'll appeal to you because we connect in some way or not. And you might leave today thinking, wow, that teacher, that painting was brilliant, awesome, entertaining. I wish I could do it. I have no idea how. Boy, that's dazzling. And then there's another kind of a teacher that comes and brings the frame, and in it is nothing. It's just clear glass. There's nothing in there. And through the glass, the teacher holds it up and says, look, what do you see? And instead of it being the viewpoint, what the other person had painted, it's the view. And that teacher says, here's the world. Says, here's what I see, what do you see? Instead of making statements, they maybe ask questions. They frame the view, but they aren't the view. So their teaching sounds like, do you see what I see? And they're effective and inspiring teachers, and many of us have been lucky to have those teachers. And then there's a third teacher who comes to the stage or whatever, and here's the frame. And Mimi is this kind of a teacher, as you might guess. There had to have been a point for me to tell you all this. She is a teacher who can make admirable paintings and photographs of the world, though not a PowerPoint presentation of it. She can bring our eager faces to the window where she spotted something remarkable or unremarkable and ask, well, why is it unremarkable? And help us see what's remarkable about it. And she can certainly open the curtains of our eyes and hearts and reveal that new window on the world. But Mimi's frame, and what I mean by frame is experience and passion and commitment and will and love and drive. In her frame, there's a mirror. So here, you are in the world. This is what her teaching shows. Here you are, and the world is around you. The teaching sounds like this. It's silence, they're listening. It's teaching that's full of laughter. It's teaching that's full of awe. They're providing a chance, these teachers, for another person to hear themselves think, to see for themselves, to imagine. These teachers don't tell us what I want you to see, what I want you to be, but they have this mirror-like capacity so that their experience and their intelligence and their generosity can hold something steady enough for you to see yourself. In other words, I think all of us are here, those of us that have known Mimi as many years as we have. She's been here nearly 4 decades. Nearly 4 decades, I think. Know something of that chance to become ourselves, to see ourselves with her and through her. And just because Mimi is a dancer, and only because her radiance does affect people so broadly, and only because she's often in the position where I'm standing in a ballroom like this at a hotel lecturing teachers or talking or interacting, though not standing up here in the middle. I would say that Mimi's mirror is one of those disco balls that's right in the center, with flecks of light that just spin around and everyone's affected. In other words, Mimi has a brilliance that has touched everyone around her, our community, across the states, across the country, through her books, through her teaching, through her workshops. Yes, all of those things that you read in the program. Or take the program home and read it now. She's helped all of us, including, this is not about me, including the fact that when I was 16 and she moved in next door, she became the person that has read everything I've written, all of those 8 books, and inspired me as just one of the minions that really have danced at her side, have sat in her preschools, have worked, well, the list could go on, so we'll present her with the wonderful award.